Hi everyone, welcome back to English with Emma. In this video, you're going to learn the difference between to, very, so and such. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, then subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Now, throughout the video, you'll see the structure along the top of the screen, and we're going to use some symbols for that. So countable noun we're going to shorten to count n, uncountable noun mass n, adjective adj, adverb adv, verb just use a V symbol, subject sub, and infinitive inf. So when do we use so and such? We use so and such to modify adjectives, giving them a stronger meaning. Modifying adjectives with so. So you can see the structure there at the top. She is so beautiful. This is like saying she is very beautiful or she is really beautiful. It is so cold today. It's very cold today. It is really cold today. All of these phrases have exactly the same meaning, and because we're using so to add emphasis here, then when you say it, it should be stressed. She is so beautiful. It is so cold today. Now we can also follow the adjective with a that clause. A that clause is a phrase that tells you the result of something. She is so beautiful that I can't stop looking at her. That is in brackets because it's optional. You could also say, she is so beautiful, I can't stop looking at her. But we can't say, she's very beautiful that, or she's really beautiful that. It is so cold today that I don't want to go out. We can't say, it's very cold today that I don't want to go out, or it's really cold today that I don't want to go out. So you can't use the that clause with very or really, only with so. Modifying adjectives with such. So here we've got the structure using singular countable nouns. She has such an expensive watch. And like so, we're stressing something, so we want to emphasize the word such. She has such an expensive watch. It is such a cold day. And with plural countable nouns or uncountable nouns, those are such interesting books. I bought such comfortable furniture. Now we can also use a that clause here. She has such an expensive watch that she only wears it on special occasions. And you can also use a that clause with the plural countable noun or the uncountable noun. Those are such interesting books that I'm going to read them again. So versus such. Okay, so regardless of whether you use so or such, the meaning is the same, it's just the structure that is different. The food was so delicious. It was such delicious food. Her dress is so stylish. She's wearing such a stylish dress. Her hair is so curly. She has such curly hair. So notice that we always put so before the adjective and such before an adjective which is followed by a noun. We can use so to modify adverbs, giving them a stronger meaning. So let's have a look at that. Here we've got the structure, and we're talking about adverbs of manner here. These are the adverbs that tell you how an action is done, like fast, she runs fast, slowly, she talks slowly, carefully, he drives carefully. She runs so fast, and notice how so is between the verb and the adverb. And it's the same as saying she runs very fast or she runs really fast. She sings so badly. It's the same as saying she sings very badly or she sings really badly. Now, we can use a that clause after the adverb. She runs so fast that nobody can beat her in a race. But you can't say she runs very fast that, or she runs really fast that. She sings so badly that I can't listen anymore. But she sings very badly, or she sings really badly, can't be followed by a that clause. So plus an adverb versus such plus an adjective. Let's have the structure here. So she swims so well. They drive so dangerously. So she is such a good swimmer. They are such dangerous drivers. So something to notice here is that the meaning is exactly the same. And this is something that you will come across sometimes if you're doing an exam, the FCE B2 exam, for example. You have to do some sentence transformations, and you might have to change so to such. So she swims so well, or she is such a good swimmer. The meaning is the same, only the structure is different. They drive so dangerously. They are such dangerous drivers. Again, the meaning is the same. Let's see some more examples. So here at the top we've got the structure. You walk so slowly. You are such a slow walker. He writes so well. He is such a good writer. She reads so quickly. She is such a quick reader. Notice that with such, it's necessary to use the verb to be if your phrase has the same meaning as the phrase with so. We can use so with much and many to indicate there's a large number or quantity of something. Let's have a closer look. So we use so much plus uncountable nouns, and so many is followed by a countable noun. She has so much money. I have so much free time. There are so many birds in the garden. I bought so many apples. And we can follow so much or so many with a that clause. I ate so much ice cream that I felt sick. He has so much luggage that it won't fit in the car. There were so many people in the supermarket that I decided to go home. I have so many hats that I wear one every day. And we can use such with a lot of to indicate that there's a large number or quantity of something. So let's have a look at that. Such a lot of can be followed by either a plural countable noun or an uncountable noun. I have such a lot of free time lately. There's such a lot of chocolate on that cake. There are such a lot of dogs in that park. I ate such a lot of sweets last night. So in all cases, we're referring to a large quantity of something. And it doesn't matter if we use an uncountable noun or a plural countable noun. And such a lot of can also be followed by a that clause. I drank such a lot of coffee that I couldn't sleep. My children are making such a lot of noise that I can't concentrate on my work. Such a lot of people came to the event that I couldn't talk to all of them. So, such a lot of versus so much or so many. So here we've got the structure. At the top, such a lot of, followed by plural countable noun or uncountable noun, has the same meaning as so much plus uncountable noun or so many plus countable noun. I visited such a lot of cities on my trip to Italy. I visited so many cities on my trip to Italy. The meaning is exactly the same. In both cases, I visited a large number of cities. There's such a lot of furniture in that shop. There is so much furniture in that shop. There are such a lot of flowers in my garden. There are so many flowers in my garden. And we use so and such to mean as this or that. Let's see, take a closer look at what I mean by this. So followed by an adjective or an adverb, or so much or so many, can be used to have the same meaning as with an adjective. For example, tall as this. An adverb, as slowly as that, as much as this, as many as that. Let's see some examples. I don't usually get up so early. It's like saying, I don't usually get up as early as this. I can't run so fast. I can't run as fast as that. So it's a comparative form, and it's like saying, I can't do it to that level. And with such, I don't often drink such a lot of juice. I don't often drink as much juice as this. I don't usually drink this quantity of juice. Do you really need such a lot of bags? Do you really need as many bags as that? Now, when do we use very and to? We use very to modify adjectives and adverbs, giving them a stronger meaning. So let's have a look at very with adjectives. So there's the structure along the top. He wears very smart clothes. So the adjective appears before the noun, and we use very before the adjective. My mum cooked a very healthy meal. She has very beautiful hair. They make very cheap hats. We bought a very expensive TV. Now, very versus so. We've got the structure at the top, and you can see the structure is the same. The verb to be, followed by very or so, and then the adjective. The weather is very cold today. The weather is so cold today. The meaning here is exactly the same. That painting is very beautiful. That painting is so beautiful. Summers are very hot here. Summers are so hot here. Very versus such. So we've got the structure here of very, and then the structure of such. I watched a very interesting film. So if you're following your adjective with a noun, then you could also use such. I watched such an interesting film. Now notice the position of the article changes. If you're using very, then the article appears first. I watched a very interesting film. Whereas with such, the article is after such. Such an interesting film. We ate very delicious food. Here there's no article because food is uncountable. We ate such delicious food. She did very good work. She did such good work. So in all of these pairs of phrases, the meaning is the same. Very versus so for modifying adverbs. So here we've got the structure, and notice that it's the same. If you've got the subject followed by a verb, then you can use either very or so to add emphasis, and then the adverb. She writes very well. She writes so well. He speaks very clearly. He speaks so clearly. They are working very hard. They are working so hard. In each case, each pair of sentences, the meaning is the same. Now we use to modify adjectives and adverbs, giving them a negative meaning. So let's have a closer look with adjectives. Here you've got the structure, and again the structure is the same as very. Use the verb to be followed by very or to, and then the adjective. So the structure is the same, but the meaning is different. With very, it's sort of a neutral meaning. We're not really giving a positive or a negative feel to the phrase. But if you use to, then this takes on a negative meaning. The ocean is very cold. This is just an opinion and it's not really positive or negative. But if I say the ocean is too cold, then you understand that I don't like it, I'm not happy about it. This cake is very sweet. This is just a statement of fact or opinion. It's not positive or negative. But if I say this cake is too sweet, then you understand that I don't like it. The supermarket is very busy. Again, just a statement of fact. The supermarket is too busy, and then you understand that I don't like a busy supermarket. For me, this is a negative experience. So it's the same with adverbs. So here we've got the structure. The structure is the same, but with very we have a neutral meaning, and with to we have a negative meaning. You walk very fast. This is just a fact. You walk too fast, and I have a problem with this. I'm not happy about it. He speaks very loudly. Well, okay, just information, fact. or opinion. He speaks too loudly, and I don't like it. I wish he would speak more quietly. She's working very slowly, and I'm not bothered one way or the other. But she's working too slowly, and I'm not happy. I would like her to work faster. And we can use to followed by an adjective and then to plus infinitive to indicate an action is not possible due to excessive conditions. So here we've got the structure along the top. The water was too cold to swim. So the excessive cold of the water meant that it was not possible to swim. So we have here something excessive preventing an action from taking place. The coffee is too hot to drink. I can't drink it. You are too tall to go on the ride. What's a ride, I hear you say? So ride as a noun, these are attractions that you would find at a theme park. A roller coaster, for example, is an example of a ride, or a big wheel. That's another example of a ride. Okay, so you are too tall to go on the ride. It's not possible. She is too young to buy alcohol. She can't buy alcohol because she is not old enough. This soup is too salty to eat. I'm not going to eat it because there is too much salt. Which brings me to the next one. We can use too with much and many to indicate that there's a larger number or quantity of something than we need or want. So let's see. Here we have the structure. Too much with uncountable nouns and too many with countable nouns. I drank too much coffee. Now I can't sleep. I have too much work. I'll never finish it. She ate too many cakes. Now she feels sick. There are too many cars on the road. Traffic is very slow. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that useful, and if you did, then please give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, then subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.